Good morning. In today's market brief, we cover Adani Ports and SEZ, Adani Green Energy, IndusInd Bank, JSW Energy, Apollo Tyres, Indian Energy Exchange, Titan Company, Bharti Airtel, Vodafone Idea, Reliance Jio, Tata Communications, Dreamfolk Services, Godrej Properties, Mahindra Lifespace. Let's break it down in simple English. Adani Ports and SEZ, sentiment, positive. Adani Ports is planning to spend about 30,000 crore in the next 2 years to expand its ports and logistics. It aims to handle 1 billion tons of cargo by 2030. Money will go into ports, logistics, renewables, and marine services. In simple words, the company is increasing capacity to handle more ships and goods. This can bring in more business, improve efficiency, and support India's trade growth. Over time, higher volumes can help revenue and profits. For long-term investors, such expansion plans are usually a good sign because they show confidence in future demand. Adani Green Energy, sentiment positive. Adani Green got strong stable ratings from credit agencies. Better ratings make it easier and cheaper to borrow money. That helps the company build more solar and wind projects. In simple words, lenders trust the company more so it can grow faster. Renewable energy is a key growth theme in India. Lower borrowing costs can support profits and lower risk. For everyday investors, this means the company is better placed to finance clean energy expansion at scale. Sentiment, negative. Mumbai police will question the bank's former CEO and other ex-executives about earlier accounting issues. The bank had disclosed a large accounting lapse in derivatives and other misbookings found by internal audit. In simple words, past problems are still under investigation. This creates uncertainty. Banks rely on trust, so such news can hurt market sentiment. The core business may remain steady, but the headlines can weigh on the stock until clarity emerges. JSW Energy, sentiment positive. JSW Neo is set to buy a 150-megawatt hydro project in Himachal Pradesh from Statkraft for about 200 to 400 crore. The company has been adding renewable capacity quickly through deals. In simple words, this deal helps JSW grow clean power for the future. Hydropower adds stability to a renewable mix. Building more capacity can improve long-term revenues and support India's green energy targets. Apollo Tyres, sentiment positive. Apollo Tyres will feature on Team India's cricket jersey for 3 years, paying 579 crore. This gives the brand massive visibility across around 140 matches. In simple words, the company gets countrywide advertising on India's most watched sport. That can boost brand strength and sales, especially for premium tires. Stronger brand recall often helps win customers and distributors. Indian Energy Exchange, sentiment neutral. IEX has appealed a regulator's order that would change how power is traded, called market coupling. The change had earlier hurt the stock. In simple words, rules may shift and IEX is fighting them. This creates uncertainty about future volumes and pricing. Investors may stay cautious until the outcome becomes clear. Titan Company, sentiment positive. Titan expects indirect gains from overall GST, goods and services tax cuts on many products, even though jewelry tax stays the same. In simple words, if people save tax on essentials, they might spend more on jewelry. Better consumer mood can lift sales at stores, especially during festivals and weddings. Bharti Airtel, sentiment negative. The Department of Telecommunications delayed rules for the 6 GHz band needed for faster Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi 6E and Wi-Fi 7. In simple words, India will wait longer for the newest Wi-Fi speeds. This slows digital upgrades for telcos and consumers and may delay new devices and services. Vodafone Idea, sentiment negative. Similar 6 GHz delay concerns affect Vodafone Idea. In simple words, the network and device ecosystem improvements are pushed out. This can delay quality improvements for customers and keep India behind on top-speed Wi-Fi. Reliance Jio, sentiment negative. Reliance Jio supported higher power limits for 6 GHz Wi-Fi, but final rules are on hold. In simple words, a key enabler for faster, cheaper connectivity is delayed. That slows down benefits for users and the broader digital economy. Tata Communications, sentiment negative. As part of the industry discussing 6 GHz, Tata Communications is in an ecosystem that sees delays as costly. In simple words, slower rules mean slower tech upgrades and missed chances to make and export new Wi-Fi devices from India. Dreamfolk Services, sentiment negative. Airports and banks are moving to direct lounge access partnerships, reducing the role of intermediaries like Dreamfolks. In simple words, if banks deal directly, Dreamfolk's main business can shrink, pressuring growth and margins. Godrej Properties, sentiment negative. A report highlights delays at the Godrej-branded Golf Links project in Greater Noida, with fewer homes handed over than cleared. In simple words, project delays upset buyers and may hurt brand sentiment. Developers need timely execution to maintain trust. Mahindra Lifespace Developers, sentiment positive. Mahindra Lifespace won rights to redevelop 2 large housing societies in Mumbai's Chembur, with a total potential of about 700 crore. In simple words, this expands its project pipeline in a prime city, supporting future revenue and cash flows. Outro, that's your 10-minute daily market dose, sharp, simple, and actionable. Follow for tomorrow's headlines that move your portfolio.